Pasta Puttanesca. The name invokes some colorful legends because its aroma draws people in. Now you would think something that smells so good is difficult to make, but I'll show you that you can make it in under 20 minutes. Hi everyone, welcome to today's episode of Let's Celebrate TV. I'm your host, Peter Lee. On this channel, we teach you all about celebrating. We share recipes for food, hors d'oeuvres, cocktails, and we share entertaining tips too. Now we try and keep it all very simple, especially for those of you out there who say you just can't cook or entertain, because we know you really can. So if you like this episode, hit that subscribe button, hit the like button, and watch a new episode every single week. Today, our episode, our celebration, is all about a quick and easy meal. We're making Pasta Puttanesca. Now, Puttanesca, that's the sauce and has the word putta in it. Has a very colorful myth behind it, which you may imagine. But more importantly, it's a very fast and easy sauce. It's delicious, and the aroma is just incredible. It's going to draw people into your home and around your table to share a meal. So let's get started. Behind me, I have some pasta water boiling, and I just dropped in some pasta. By the time that's cooked, the sauce is going to be ready. That's how fast this is. So in my pan here, I have a nice pan with nice high sides, medium-high heat. We're going to start with a little olive oil. A couple tablespoons, not a lot, just a drizzle. Now, our secret ingredient. These are anchovies. Now, you may, bear with me, you may not like anchovies, but these are kind of magic. These are just going to melt and disintegrate into the pan and into the sauce, and they're going to add that saltiness and that background, kind of an umami flavor. And it goes really just, they're delicious. Garlic is next. 3 to 4 cloves. Roughly chopped. They don't have to be perfect. We've used lots of garlic here. We're going to let this go a minute, give it a stir. Now, I don't know if you can see, but already the anchovies are breaking down. Just that quickly. And with that garlic, wonderful. Next, capers. Capers are going to add a saltiness and a brininess and complexity to this sauce. That's just a couple teaspoons that I drained. Next is olives. This is about a half a jar of, I'm using Kalamata olives that were pitted, and I just chopped them up roughly. You can use any type of olive you like, black or red. I don't know, I use green olives. But again, brininess, a little different salt to it, and a meatiness, because this does not have any meat in it other than the anchovies. Next, tomatoes. I've got here 28 ounces. I'm using my favorite diced up fire roasted tomatoes, but you can use crushed tomatoes too. This is what I like to use. 28 ounces, juice and all. They're going to go right in. Oh. Wow. Oh, the smell of this. Let's turn this up a little bit. Last ingredient, I have some red pepper flakes. Now I'm not using all of this. This is probably the putta part. I'm using just a pinch, literally just a pinch. I like a little heat, but I don't want to blow my palate away. You can use as much as you want. Teaspoon or more, have at it. Now we're just going to let this simmer and reduce. I'll put a cover on it, and we're going to let it reduce, and by the time my pasta is done, this is going to be nice and reduced and cooked through. Alrighty, it's been about 10, 11 minutes. Let's check out our sauce, see how it looks. Wow. It's thickened up nicely. Oh, and the aroma, it's incredible. I'm gonna get rid of this lid. And now it's time to add the pasta. I've got my pasta all drained. It's about a half a pound, just enough for 2 of us. Alrighty, now we're just gonna mix this through this sauce best we can. But you see, it's already, it's delicious. I wish you could be here to smell this. I'm gonna turn this off. Now this is not like a typical American pasta sauce where the pasta is drowning in it. It's really just coating it. And we get all these chunky vegetables. Remember, the anchovies have just disintegrated. And they've made this wonderful, wonderful flavoring. Now before we go farther, I'm going to add in some basil. I have a couple ounces of basil. This is just fresh basil leaves that I had in my garden. Tore them up, some of them are small, I'm just throwing them in. It's gonna add a little freshness and prettiness because it's all about being pretty too. And these are just gonna wilt down right into that sauce, into that spaghetti. And they're just gonna add that last little peppery brightness. And you see how fast this is coming together. Now I'm going to put this on my platter. I have a big platter here. I have a nice loaf of Italian bread with olives in it to echo the olives in here. Kalamata bread, Kalamata's in the sauce. So we're just going to, again, artfully, messily, as I always tell you, let's scrape all those bits on. And look at that. Look at that. There's red, there's green, there's brightness, but we're not done. I'm going to add a little drizzle of my favorite extra virgin olive oil. This is at the end. This is a low-fat sauce, so this is going to add a little more fat, a little more unctuousness, but not a lot. Really just a drizzle, maybe a teaspoon, just that much. I'm going to put on a little bit of cheese, but not a lot. Really. Just about that much. Maybe a little parsley. And of course, a lovely sprig of basil. Or 2. Why not 2? How beautiful. How beautiful is that? And now it's our favorite part. It's time for me to taste this. Now you will notice when I made this, I did not add any salt or pepper. And that's because there's so much salt in from the olives and the anchovies and the capers. You probably won't need to add any salt or pepper because you also have the red pepper flakes in there. Now you didn't see me off camera, I snuck a little taste for seasoning, but you want to taste it for seasoning right before you serve. You might need to adjust it, but probably not. Let's just take a little taste. I'm just going to take a little bit right here out of the edge. Philip won't notice. We know this is our dinner. Wow. This is fresh and bright and light. It's a great meal. Even though it's pasta, which is heavy, the sauce is just flavorful. It's not heavy like a marinara. It's fresh and inviting and delicious. We have a little sip of Chianti to wash it down. That's nice. Alrighty, as always, we will have this recipe up on YouTube and on Facebook, like we always do. Keep sending in your questions. We always answer every single question and comment. Make this, take pictures, send it to us on Facebook, and we'll make sure that you get shown all over Facebook and everywhere else. So we will see you next Tuesday at 7 p.m. because you're all invited to come on over, come on in, and let's celebrate. Cheers.